So perhaps you came here today because you saw the new Porsche GT3 RS. Or maybe you're watching one of Akira Nakai's YouTube videos of him casually smoking a cigarette, wearing sandals, and building a sick RWB. So you say to yourself, obviously I have to buy myself a Porsche now, so you head off to Google and do a quick search. When you soon realize, damn! Now you're probably thinking, all right, that's fine. I'm just gonna go buy myself a used older one. It's not, oh my God. Now you're realizing that the only rational next step that you can take is to head off to YouTube and search the cheapest Porsches you can buy, and well, that's how you got here. Well, good news, my friend, if you watch till the end, I will reveal a $5,000 Porsche that you can buy and your bank account will be thanking you. And if this is your first time here, my name's Hatim Sharaf, where we're talking everything cars, baby. All right, so the way I'm gonna break this down is we're gonna start with the most expensive Porsche on this list, and we're gonna work our way all the way down. Now, as you know, Porsche has lots of different models with different years. So we're gonna be looking at the cheapest Porsche of that model in the current market. So if you like that model and maybe want something with fewer miles or a different year, then you'll know exactly what you should be looking for. To start it off, we have the Porsche 944 Turbo, coming in at $24,988. When people talk about classic Porsches, the 904, 906, 908, and 917 almost always lead the conversation. However, one of the least talked about Porsches is the 914. While many overlook the 914 for being rather unconventional, it is considered to be Porsche's first true entry-level offering and the grandfather to the brand's now popular Cayman. Through many iterations of the 914, we end up with the 944 with multiple variants, which included the 944 Turbo, the 944 Turbo S, the 944S, and the 944 S2. When the 944 Turbo was released, it was an incremental leap in power as the turbo-equipped Porsche 2.5-liter motor now churned 220 horsepower instead of 147. The Turbo also featured a lot of chassis upgrades in the form of large multi-piston Brembo brakes, a body kit with a better integrated front bumper and a rear underbody spoiler, stiffer suspension, and a stronger 5-speed gearbox. Although the engine isn't the most powerful by modern standards, the overall package proves rather promising. You see, the exterior and interior design are also filled with quirks, from the oddly positioned trip reset buttons to the rear mounted flat rubber wing. Overall though, I would say the 944 Turbo is a throwback to the early days of cars and one of the most underrated classics in today's automotive world. Next up, we got the 1993 Porsche 968 Cabriolet. You may have forgotten about the Porsche 968 because it marked the end of an era, a grand experiment by Porsche to make front-engine sports cars more mainstream, and it all began in the 1970s with the 924 and 928 and ended with the 968. It was the last front-engine Porsche until the Cayenne came out in 2003. The engine has the same fundamental layout as the Porsche 944 with a 3-liter 4-cylinder 16-valve unit. The 968 is capable of 0 to 60 in 6.3 seconds and has a top speed of 156 miles per hour. You have to remember though, the 968 focus isn't on raw speed. It excels at ripping along winding back roads quickly. You see the chassis channels detailed information about how the suspension and tires are performing on straights and through the corners, giving the driver a feeling of closeness to the car. This Porsche does have more room than you expect and enough comfort to make it easy to live with throughout the workday. But I do have to say though, the driving posture may require some getting accustomed to by today's standards, and taller drivers will struggle with the fixed height steering wheel that is set too low. However, the seats are comfy and the 968 feels agile and self-assured when moving because of its small size and superb visibility. All right, we're moving down in price. We have the 1986 Porsche 928S. The Porsche 928 was like Porsche's interpretation of an American muscle car. A V8 engine at the front powered the rear wheels, but it was luxurious and comfortable enough to be considered a grand touring car. It's fair to say Porsche's overall ideology proved that breaking the mold can definitely bring success when executed properly. What's funny is that the 928 was originally intended to be the new flagship of the brand and ultimately replaced the 911, which obviously didn't happen because we know the 911s are legendary, but for 18 years, these two models would coexist in the same lineup, showing the diversity of the brand and offering two entirely different incarnations of sport cars to consumers. In 1980, Porsche launched the 928S with the 4.5-liter V8 enlarged to 4.7 liters and added front and rear matte black polyurethane spoiler, the car made 234 horsepower and was now modified to use a 4-speed. At the time, Porsche advertised the 928S as the fastest street legal production car sold in the US. And before we wrap this one up, we obviously can't forget about the pop-up headlights. All right, moving on, we got the 2007 Porsche Cayman S coming in at $18,000. The Porsche Cayman is the hardtop coupe counterpart to the Boxster convertible. It's not nearly as common as the Boxster, but it's more desirable to enthusiasts who prefer the coupe design with the more 911-like profile. I think it's fair to say this car is like Frankenstein. 50% of the parts that make up the Cayman S come from the 911, 30% come from the Boxster, and 20% of them are new and unique to the car. And don't forget, this is the 987 generation, which means it doesn't have the controversial fried egg headlight design that many people do not like. Now, what we're looking at as far as specs go, we're looking at 3.4 liter flat 6 mid-engine that goes 0 to 60 in 5.1 seconds, putting out 295 brake horsepower. Now, while it doesn't quite have the acceleration performance of a 911, the Cayman is still a monster in the corners. So whether you want to have fun on your windy daily commute or want to hit the weekend track days, the Cayman S is a solid choice for you. All right, the prices are dropping, baby. We're coming in with the 2011 Porsche Panamera, coming in at $16,990. The luxury sector for cars was being dominated by the likes of Mercedes, BMW, and Audi for the longest time. Porsche was sick and tired of this, so they rolled up their sleeves and built the Panamera in 2008. Now, there were some mixed reactions to the Panamera when it first came out. Some people felt it was among the ugliest German cars, while others liked the fact that it looked like the sedan version of the 911. But if I'm being honest, it's not my favorite looking car, but you might have different tastes, I don't know. One thing though many loved was its advanced engineering and wide range of powertrain options. For the base model, you have a 3.6 liter V6 with 296 horsepower and 290 foot-pounds of torque, or you can go with the Turbo S spec that comes equipped with 542 horsepower, twin turbo V8 with 553 foot-pounds of torque, a tremendous 0 to 60 miles per hour run in 3.5 seconds, and a top speed of 188 miles per hour. Each Panamera, regardless of specifications and options, is a technology warhorse with advanced driving assist systems, infotainment displays, telemetrics, and chassis control. It's fair to say the first generation Panamera was a genuine game changer. It was far from being the most good-looking sedan of the era, but it changed our perception of what a full-size executive four-door is capable of when the roads turn twisty. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, please like and subscribe so I can reach people just like you. I would greatly appreciate it. On to the next one. Coming in at $6,200, we're talking about the 2001 Porsche 911 Carrera Cabriolet. Designed as a Grand Tourer, the Porsche Carrera Cabriolet was the base version for the open-top 911 range in 1998. It offered enough comfort to be used as a daily driver. If we take a look at the bumper, it features a simple grille design with one horizontal slat. From the side, the flush bodywork without any enlargements for the wheel arches offered a clean look. The retractable roof was able to be stowed away in 20 seconds at speeds of up to 31 miles per hour. If we make our way into the car, we have our standard stereo and air conditioning. And because it was a base model, it didn't feature too many luxury items. But those were on the option list at the time if you decide to go that route. Under the hood, there was the newly developed flat 6 engine that offered 300 horsepower. You can go with the 6-speed manual or the 5-speed automatic. Now, I did find one on Auto Trader and the listing says it runs and drives, which isn't the best sales pitch, so I would proceed with caution. It does have a few miles on it, but it's an affordable way to get your ticket into the 911 club, so it might be worth buying. All right, the prices are dropping. We got the 2004 Porsche Cayenne Turbo coming in at $8,950. Porsche is mostly known for building sports cars, but it needed a new strategy in the early 2000s to help it stay in business. So in 2003, Porsche built its first ever SUV, the Cayenne. Now at the time, a lot of Porsche enthusiasts were mad that they actually built the Cayenne, but honestly, it didn't take them long for them to warm up to the idea of a Porsche SUV. Since then, the Cayenne has become one of the most popular SUVs and is Porsche's best-selling model of all time. For 2004, you're getting a lot of car. We're talking a twin-turbo V8 that makes 450 horsepower, 457 foot-pounds of torque, and goes 0 to 60 in 5.2 seconds. You also had the optional air spring suspension, which gave it 4.5 inches of ride height change from its lowest to highest settings. On top of all that, the Cayenne was both capable on the track and an accomplished off-roader. Not only is this SUV a power horse, it has tech like navigation, heated seats, and a dual zone climate control, which you're probably thinking that's nothing crazy, especially in the modern era, but you gotta remember this was 2004. All right guys, before we get into the final Porsche that you can buy on the low, I have a question for you. Out of all the Porsches you've seen so far, which one would you choose and why? I wanna know in the comment section. Go down there, let me know, type out your answers, because I actually wanna see what you guys would pick. All right, baby, we made it to the grand finale. Are you ready? Coming in at $5,995, we got the 2001 Porsche Boxster S. Now, don't get pissed at me because I know I said in the beginning that it was 5K, but it just sounds better than saying 6K. I mean, we can just round it down some, so just relax. So let's set the stage. The German automaker was going through some serious headwinds in the early 1990s when sales figures were plummeting and production costs were skyrocketing. As a result, Porsche required a vehicle that could set sales records and restore the Porsche's name to the global stage. In fact, the automaker was also struggling due to an aging product. You see, younger consumers no longer identified with Porsche vehicles. So the automaker had to come onto the scene with a model that would be financially successful with the young cool kids. Needless to say, the Porsche Boxster 986 became a huge success and saved the German car manufacturer from takeover. Although it's not as powerful as the much expensive and loved 911, it had a largely similar design and had better handling due to its mid-engine layout. I kid you guys not, the Boxster was so good that 911 buyers wrote angry letters to Porsche as they felt cheated because it was so cheap to buy one and it was essentially the same car. Porsche equipped the Boxster S with a naturally aspirated flat 6-cylinder engine that generates 250 horsepower and 105 foot-pounds of torque. 0 to 60 in 5.7 seconds, this Porsche model could reach the top speed of 161 miles per hour with the manual and 158 miles per hour with Tiptronic. So I really do think it's safe to say that the German automaker has cars for all of us at all price points. We've been talking about German cars this whole video. How about we jump over to Japan? I want you guys to check out the video that's about to pop up where I go over the best JDM engines ever made. Whether you're gonna go buy a car in Japan that has one of these engines or you're gonna swap it out in your current build, I highly recommend you check out this video. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're going to pick up a Porsche and save a couple of dollars. Again, my name's Hatim Sharaf, where we're talking everything cars. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. See you guys in the next one.